Hey, it's January 4th, and I'm coming on here to talk about some books. Now, when I first started this account, I started it to promote this book that I wrote, The Ethical Psychic. Subtitle: A Beginner's Guide to Healing with Integrity, Avoiding Unethical Encounters, and Using Your Gifts for Good. I have to read the subtitle because I can never remember it. And I want to talk about some other books too, like this one. So, I'm a medical intuitive and a psychic medium, and I teach everything that I do. And so I decided to write a book about how to be the type of healer or psychic or medical intuitive that helps and never harms anyone. And most of my videos on here were about the things I teach, like the different types of clairs, what a medical intuitive is, what the Akashic Records is, and how to be an ethical healer. And then after the electrical storm in November, my guides asked me to start making a different kind of video. And they've had me busy almost every day since. And I just want to acknowledge all of the amazing people that have been in my comments, thanking me, adding their own dreams, encouraging other people, delivering messages of hope. I've received many blessings, many I love yous, many Merry Christmases and Happy New Year's. And it really feels like a community, And in the past, I never would have said that social media, was a community. I probably would have laughed at that idea. Because although I've always been active on social media, I never experienced what I have experienced in the last 7 weeks. Social media was more just a place for me to catch up with old friends, stay in touch with people who live in other countries, and also for me to, promote my classes and my books, to share some of the wisdom that I've been guided to share. But it really wasn't until, 7 weeks ago that I was called upon to really engage at a much higher level on this platform. And so what we've done here is we've created this wonderful community of dreaming women, and it's been amazing, watching other people's videos, communicating with people behind the scenes, comparing notes. And it's been amazing just all of the messages I've received about the other dreaming women and other dreaming people who have also been getting the same dreams or the same intuitions or the same impressions about what actually happened with the joust and what's going to happen going forward. So I want to tell another chapter of the story that I've been telling about the great joust and the different realms that are involved and the dreaming women. And as you know, I'm a storyteller, and my stories are all fictional, and they're for entertainment purposes only. Now, in the most recent episode of The Dreaming Women, we find out that something is happening in the realm, that all of these dreaming women have risen up and begun to speak out. And some of them have found different stages to stand on in order to give speeches and talks and to assure the people that they need not worry and that we're going to be okay. And these different stages and platforms that they stand on have different names. And over time, they noticed that certain platforms were kind of rickety, and when they tried to use those platforms or stages, there were people on those stages who would come and tell them, no, you can't say that. And so over time, a lot of the dreaming women migrated to this one stage that had a big clock on it, and they found that when they were on that stage, they were able to speak more freely. And this was unfortunate. They all had to get on the same stage because there were so many dreaming women that it would have been nice if they could have been on all the stages and platforms. But the official messengers and town criers of the realm refused to talk about the dreaming women, and they refused to talk about the things that the dreaming women talked about. And so a very large crowd began to gather around this big stage with the clock. And this was wonderful because it allowed the dreaming women to deliver their messages, their speeches, their proclamations, and their orations, and to be heard. But over time, that thing that was happening in the realm where dreaming women were not allowed to speak on certain stages, it began to infect all the stages, so that even the large stage with the clock on it also did not allow the dreaming women to speak freely. And this was sad, very sad. For the dreaming women are only here to help the people. The only reason they are dreaming, the only reason they are sharing their dreams is to help the people. For without the dreaming women, everybody is in despair. And there is nothing worse than despair. For when you are in despair, you cannot do anything. You cannot dream anything. You cannot be anything. And so we came to give hope to the people. Some people call us hope dealers. Some people call us hopium dealers, hope peddlers. Some people accuse us of giving people false hope. And I don't know what that is, false hope, because hope is hope. And if you can have hope instead of despair, how could that ever be a bad thing? So I'm a writer, I'm a storyteller, I'm an author. I write books, and I teach classes, and I tell stories, and I dream dreams for the people. And I want to remind you today of a few things that the dreaming women have said over the last several weeks. You can think of at least 4 things that are worth remembering. Number 1, some dreaming women have said that if you read this book, you can only come to one conclusion. You can only come to one conclusion about what's going on behind the scenes. And there are other dreaming women who say, we don't have to worry because there are people whose vested interests are not in alignment with the outcome that was proclaimed. And these people are powerful people who are not going to let something stand that does not align with their interests. And number 3, we were also told that the people are powerful, that all people are inherently powerful, that our dreams matter, that we can dream our world into existence. And that can't be changed. Our power cannot be taken from us. And 4, we were told about the star beings who are here to assist us and who also will not allow certain things to happen to us. So I just wanted to remind us of these 4 things that the dreaming women have shared. So do not despair. Do not let the little happenings from day to day cause you to lose hope. There's always another day. Sometimes the journey is long and windy. Sometimes there are many steps that we have to walk before we get to our goal. But it doesn't mean we won't get there. We'll get there. And we have to notice all of the little bits of evidence that tell us that we should continue to believe in the dream. These truths we hold, and we will continue to hold these truths, to dream these dreams, and to tell these stories to one another. Whenever the year is new, it's a good time to sit down with some crafts, some art supplies, some magazine cuttings, some tape and glue, and to make a vision board and to begin to visualize and to vision exactly what you want to see this year, what you want to manifest, what you want to make happen, what you want to experience. Call a few friends or neighbors, bring them together in your living room, and do this vision boarding together. Let's hold this vision. Let's keep this vision alive.